How to delete a repository in GitHub. If you no longer need a repository on GitHub, deleting it can help you clean up your account and remove outdated projects. However, deleting a repository is permanent, so be sure you won't need it before proceeding. In this guide, we'll walk you through on how you can delete a GitHub repository step by step. Before we proceed, all of the mentioned tools are on the description box below, so make sure to check it out. Now let's talk about what is GitHub. Basically, GitHub is a cloud-based platform that allows developers to store, manage, and collaborate on code using Git. Now the key features for GitHub is version control. It can track changes in code and allow you to revert to previous version. They have repositories or repos. It is a storage locations for project containing code, files, and history. They also have collaboration. Teams can work together reviewing code and contribute to the open source projects. They have branching and merging. Developers can work on different features independently and merge them later. They have GitHub Actions. It is an automated workflow like testing and development. And so let's start with on how you can go ahead and create your own account on GitHub. The first thing that you want to do is to head over to their official website, which is github.com, and you want to go ahead and click on the sign up button. And so what are the important considerations before deleting a repository? Now, before deleting a repository, you have to keep the following points in mind. Deletion is permanent. Once deleted, a repository cannot be recovered. Fork repositories are not affected. If someone had forked your repository, their copy will still exist. And lastly, you want to back up important data. If you might need the repository in the future, download a copy before deleting it. Now, I'll show you on how you can back up a repository before deleting. The first thing that you want to do is to head over to a specific repository. In my case, I'll use this project of mine as an example. It's a takoyaki business or website that I used for my school. Now, to download or back up this specific repository, you simply want to click on this green button right here called Code. Once inside, you then want to click on the Downloads button or Download Zip, or we can download it using the official GitHub desktop application. In our case, to make everything easy, let's go ahead and navigate by downloading it to our zip file. Basically, a zip file is a zip or a package file that contains each item inside the repository right here. And so if we extract this zip file right here, it will basically go ahead and open up each file inside our own repository. And so let's now proceed on how we can delete a repository in GitHub. The first thing that you want to do is to go ahead and find yourself the repository that you want to delete. In my case, I'm going to be deleting the example repository right here. Once inside a specific repository, it will then go ahead and look something like this, where you can then go ahead and upload your own files or work together to your team. Now, the specific setting that we are looking for is the gear icon right here. That's the settings of this specific repository. And basically, once inside, we then want to scroll all the way down of this category right here, which is the general settings. And basically below that, we can then go ahead and see the danger zone. From here, we have the repository visibility, on which we can change it into something like public or private. We have disable branch protection, transfer ownership, archive repository, and lastly, delete this repository. You simply want to click on delete this repository button. Once you delete a repository, there's no going back. Please be certain. You can then go ahead and confirm these changes by clicking on I want to delete this repository. In here, unexpected bad things will happen if you don't read this. This will permanently delete the repository, wiki, issues, comment, package, secret workflows, runs, and all collaborators associated will be permanently deleted. You can then go ahead and click on I have read and understand these effects. And so, to confirm everything right here, all you have to do is to type this specific word into the text box. So in your case, it's going to be different. This contains your own GitHub username and the repository file name. From there, you can then go ahead and click on delete this repository. After waiting for a couple of seconds, we cannot go ahead and see that specific repository into our profile right here. Now, you can also go ahead and delete a repository using the GitHub CLI. Now inside the CLI, just go ahead and open up the command prompt, and from there you then want to log in your account. After logging in your account, just go ahead and type delete your own username, just like we have previously answered, delete space username slash the name of the repository equals name. From there, you can just go ahead and hit on enter, and you will be able to delete a repository inside GitHub. And so we can also go ahead and delete a local repository that's not going to affect the repository that we have on our account. Now, as an example, I have this repository inside the GitHub desktop application, and the first thing that you want to do is to go ahead and select a specific repository. From here, let's go ahead and delete this repository for Flutter login. It will then take us to this page where we can open the repository using Visual Studio Code, Explorer, and GitHub. You then want to click on the Show in Explorer button. It will now open up the local files inside our computer, which is inside GitHub destination right here. If you then want to go ahead and delete this specific repository, you can then go ahead and delete the main file itself. Right click on the folder, click on delete, and we will be able to basically delete the local files right here. But before you can do that, just go ahead and make sure that you close GitHub to be able to delete the folder right here. And if it says this can't be completed because a folder is open in another program, you simply want to close everything inside or everything a program has opened inside this folder, and from there we will be able to delete it successfully. And so guys, deleting a repository in GitHub is straightforward, but it's permanent. So always back up your important data. If you only need to remove a local repository from your computer, you can delete the folder without affecting the GitHub hosted version. If this video has been helpful, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for similar videos like this one. And as always, thank you for watching.